This is a case that we settled recently involving a bike crash that occurred in Athens, Clark County. We were brought into this case by an Athens lawyer who was representing this client. He had seen me speaking on behalf of injured cyclists on the news one day as part of our advocacy outreach, talking about an issue of bike safety. And so the lawyer contacted me to help out with this case. This particular case involved a low-income resident of Athens who used his bike as a means of transportation to get to and from work. And he was riding to work one evening when a bus turned directly in front of him. At the time, this cyclist was cited and held to be at fault for causing the crash, which kept a lot of lawyers from getting involved. But through our efforts, we were able to show that, number one, it was plenty of good lighting out there. This guy should have been really visible. One of the things he was criticized for was not having any front lights on his bike, which was true. He didn't have any lights. His lights, he said, had been stolen, but he could still be seen. And at the end of the day, this bus driver that hit him should have been able to see him coming. We were able to obtain store footage showing that you could see him coming straight down the hill. We got video footage from the bus itself showing the bus driver's point of view that she should have been able to see him. But it's an example where a police report was written in a way that was very much against the cyclist, that most lawyers would have looked at that and probably just stopped right then and there saying, we don't want anything to do with this case. But we never stop just with what's in the police report, because we know that police, number one, despite the fact that they try to do a good job, I believe, very often either don't know the law as it applies to cyclists, or they don't apply it fairly. So here was a perfect example where the police report was written against this cyclist, but when we dug into the facts, we were able to show that it was the bus driver who was at fault and who should have prevented this and avoided this crash, not the cyclist. So this guy was pretty badly injured, spent a fair amount of time without being able to put any weight on his leg, couldn't work for a while. We got him a $200,000 recovery because this was still a disputed case, but for him, that became life-altering money. I'm glad we were able to do that for him because he didn't do anything wrong, at least not in my opinion. I'd like to see him be able to afford safety equipment to make himself be more visible at night, even though he could still be seen. I want him to be lit up like a tree during the Christmas season so everybody can see him. And for him, this money makes a big difference and allows him to just kind of live comfortably, get his bills paid, and know that he's taken care of. So it's a case that we're really happy with, very proud of the work that we did for this man. Certainly anybody in Athens that needs our help, that is well within our reach. We've done bike events in Athens. We love the people there. It's a great town to ride bikes in, but it is one where they need our help. And when it comes up, we're here to help the people of Athens, just like we're here to help the people all over Georgia.